And it's going to happen again and again. Has to happen.
Hey guys, this is the Dark Passenger, just here to review Orphan. This film came out in 2009. It's basically about a husband and wife. They recently lost their baby, and then they basically adopted this 9-year-old girl called Esther. This 9-year-old Russian girl, and then later on they kind of start to the mother starts to find out that there might be something wrong with her. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is about. And it stars Vera Farmiga as Kate, Peter Sarsgaard as John, and Isabel Fuhrman as Esther. And yeah, this movie is really good in my opinion. It's really just still creeps me out. I mean, like, at first, she seems like a normal little girl, but then you do kind of start to see that there's something wrong with her, that she's a bit off, a bit crazy, because there's one scene in this film where she gets their daughter, the husband and wife's daughter, Kate and John's daughter, because they've already got a daughter called Max, she's deaf. She gets her to help cover up a murder, pretty much. She kills a sister from the orphanage she was adopted from, and basically, and just kind of bullies Max into helping her cover it up. And in a way, Esther kind of starts to control her foster sister. And yeah, and later on in the movie, this is actually a huge spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie, I'd say just shut it off here. It turned out that Esther's not really a 9-year-old girl. She's actually a 33-year-old woman, and just has dwarfism. That's she's just got some sort of disorder that makes her look like a little girl, and she's been passing herself off as passing herself as a little girl for most of her life. And before that, she'd been in a mental hospital, and when she was adopted by the first family, she tried to seduce the father, but then ended up killing him because she couldn't do it. And that's pretty much what she was trying to do with this family as well. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it's a huge spoiler for some of you that haven't seen it. But if you didn't shut off the review, yeah, I'm sorry, I guess, for spoiling the ending. But yeah, when I first saw this movie, when I found out that she wasn't actually a little girl, I mean, I was shocked. I mean, she actually did seem just like an ordinary little girl. Well, earlier in the movie anyway, before this weird stuff started happening, and she started kind of doing all these weird things. Like, she she pushed one girl off a slide. You know, there was a scene where they were at the playground with Esther's foster brother and sister. Yeah, the brother's name is Daniel. Yeah, she was just at the playground with them, and basically there was this girl that had been bullying Esther at school, and she went and pushed the girl off a slide, and she ended up breaking her ankle. So yeah, and you know, Kate the mother starts just noticing things, and you know, she kind of starts to investigate who she is. You know, this was before it was revealed that that Esther wasn't actually a little girl. She called a place called the Sun Institute. You know, she found out that it wasn't an orphanage, that it was a mental hospital, and then a doctor from that mental hospital called her, and he was the one that told her that she wasn't really a little girl, that Esther wasn't really a little girl, and that she's, you know, violent, extremely dangerous, that she was a violent patient when she was there, and always just attacked the doctors there, I guess. And they had to always keep her in a straitjacket, and that, you know, it was so tight that it scarred her wrists and neck. And you know, she kind of had a collar around her neck to hide the scars on her neck, and kind of bracelets on her wrists as well to hide the scars on her wrists. But yeah, this movie is really good. I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more reviews. Peace.